Hi people, this is Love, and I recently woke up and was starting my breakfast when I decided to do a breakfast video. So this is sweet tea like they do in southern USA. Very good. And this is a carrot muffin. So, I wanted to talk here maybe about some fragrance-related topics that might be interesting, that I see a lot on various forums and the likes. One thing is, let's think about that. Yeah, first thing, if you're a fragrance enthusiast, should you like designer fragrances? The answer is obviously yes, because it doesn't mean that you like pop music, that you don't like music at all. It's the same thing for fragrances. And sometimes you like pop music, but you also like classical music and jazz and everything, but you also really like pop music. It's the same thing with fragrances. Sometimes you like Dior Sauvage, and you also like Amouage. Like things like that can happen. It's the way of how the nose works. You're not necessarily just like enthusiast about one type of fragrances, and you're also not enthusiast about one type of price. Because a lot of niche, like higher quality fragrances that some people say are like they cost a lot more. So be wary of that. And I always say, like, just don't overthink a fragrance. It is no use. I always see people overthinking the fragrance that they have. Like, this fragrance is for I like to put that fragrances on rainy days between October and November, and afterwards I'm just done with it. Like after like the 13th of November, I'm through with that fragrance, and afterwards I move to another one. Like that's very specific. Like, but I've seen people like overthinking the role of every fragrances that they have. Like just wake up in the morning, check your fragrances, and be like, what am I doing today? Oh, it would be nice if I smell like that. Like afterwards, it's the end. You know, you don't have to think about it more. It's not like yes, but it's like I'm not sure if it's 12 degrees outside or 13. You know, it's I'm not sure if it's dry enough outside for me to wear that fragrance. It's ridiculous. Like the worst that can happen is that you wear something that is like overpowerful in a summer day, and you're not gonna die. You're just gonna smell too strongly a fragrance, and that's not a crime, you know. Yes, so don't overthink. Just go with the flow and wear what you like. And also, don't overthink on other, like, other topics. Like, is this unique enough? Everything is gonna smell more unique on you than on someone else, because you're yourself, and the way the skin works is just not the same for everyone. So a fragrance might smell great on someone and very bad on someone else, and you just don't know. You need to try them. um, like little parenthesis, don't blind buy, it's bad, don't. And yeah, and don't overthink also, is this gonna be appealing? Is this attractive? Is this, that's like, I've seen people ask to sellers, like in stores, which Sauvage should I get? Which is the most attractive to women? It's like, I'm pretty sure that the fragrance that will be most attractive to people around you are the ones that you really like and that you really feel well wearing. If you really feel well wearing Sauvage, it's good because the scent in itself is pretty attractive to anyone. But if you're, I don't know, if you're smelling that and you're like, this is repugnant, I won't wear, I won't be wearing that, but I should because women like it. No, it's not the way it works. Just check out other fragrances. Maybe there's something else that's gonna be like, oh, this one I really like. This one I'd really like to wear in social situations, and I'm pretty sure that there's people around that I will like to attract, and that they will be attracted by it. Whatever. It's just don't overthink it. Just don't. Like, don't go and see top 10 lists of the like sexiest fragrances and everything. You can check it out. You can check it out to give yourself ideas. I like to feel sexy, even just for myself. I like to feel like, I like to feel well. I like to feel beautiful and everything. And I check out those lists because I'm like, what like would give me that vibe, that zone that I really enjoy. And some of the fragrances that I found and that I've tried, I was like, ugh, this is not for me. And oh, it was number one on the list. I don't care. And oh, this other fragrance, I think it's very sexy, but no one says it. Well, just rock that fragrance. Just like, I mean, almost no one thinks that uh, L'Odyssée by Issey Miyake is very sexy. It's pretty outdated. It's a white floral. But I always thought it was. And I put it on and I still feel like this more kind and gentle but very attractive vibe. And I really do think it is. And a lot of people have complimented me on that fragrance. Um, yeah, that's another thing, like compliments. Do you really want to get compliments? Yes, for sure. Everyone wants compliments. Like when you dress, when you whatever, you like it when someone really gets what's going on. I made a video about it. Just don't go fishing for compliments. It's useless. Most of the fragrances I wear, and sometimes that I wear a lot, and sometimes that I feel very well wearing, and I haven't gotten like a lot of compliments, or maybe not at all, and maybe even more negative reactions. This is part of life. It's like when you dress with something that's very unique, very different. Don't expect everyone to like it. Anyway, that's my 2 cents about it. Uh, but yeah, like don't think too much about, is it mass appealing? Oh yeah, don't go into like those office fragrances. The like office friendly fragrances that are supposed to like, oh, they smell good. They smell like you're clean and I mean, I wouldn't wear anything different in an office than in just normal areas of my life. I don't know why you should have something precisely for the office that you're not very satisfied with, but it's just for the office. Like, you can just go to the office without wearing any fragrance, or having a fragrance that you just like in general, but also like fits in the office. But I mean, there's some very basic, boring, soapy fragrances out there that sometimes, if you love it, love it. It's just the way it is. But don't buy it for the specific goal of going to the office. That's more what I. You shouldn't buy any fragrances for a specific goal. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that when I'm going to a bar. I'm gonna buy this one when I'm going to a club, and this one when I'm going to the office. And this one, I don't wear it anymore because I bought it because I was going to school with it. Uh, it's that's way too specific too. Don't go so specific. Wake up, just look at your collection. Maybe you've got just one signature scent, and that's good. And you look at your collection, you're like, I'm gonna wear this today because I just feel like it. That's it. And if it's a very strong fragrance for the office, just don't spread too much. Like, it's completely out of purpose to go to the office and spread a ton of fragrance. There are like good combos, like for day and for night, like L'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme. Um, there are good combos like that, but do you really want to go into those specific combinations? Maybe, but it's yours to decide, and it should be based on if you like it or not. And I must admit, sometimes I really like a day fragrance that goes away at some point. I take my shower, and then I put on my night fragrance. Sometimes I just like it because it's nice. It smells good. I smell different day and night, and it's fun. Also, should you be like a collector or have a signature scent or have very few fragrances? That really depends on what your goal is. Again, if you're like me, you just really like have this passion for fragrances that doesn't die, so you have a collection. And maybe you just like me. I mostly sample, like, especially recently. I mostly sample a lot more than I buy, because I just like to smell the different things. But I'm pretty satisfied with the ones I have. There's some things that I still want. I want an oud fragrance. I want a bubblegum sweet fragrance. But that's not the point. Um, I would really like and really, really enjoy if my whole fragrance journey was just trying out fragrances and finding this fragrance, and I'm like, this is me in a bottle, and just wear that all the time and be like a signature scent. And when it's discontinued, just finding a new signature scent. But I'm not like that. What do you want me to say? But I would prefer, I would more encourage people to find something that it's you, it's part of your identity. It's that smell that is part of you. So that's it. And whatever you're into, even if you're doing things that I condemn, I'm not totally condemning anything, because I know there's plenty of good reasons to believe one thing or another, and this is strictly opinions. But as long as you spread love in your life, and also you spray love. Bye bye.